Good morning, YouTube family. It's Seeing Less of Me. It's Michelle. How are you today? I wanted to talk to you this morning about some happenings this week. Today is Sunday, August the 11th, and the time is approximately 9:44 a.m. So, after a week, last Thursday I had that the phone consultation with the RN that's a part of the bariatric surgeon's office. And she said I would receive this packet of information, which I received on Thursday, which was this packet of information, which is chock full of everything you need to know about your procedure. And when I first got it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much to do. There's no way this is all going to happen. And for a moment, I actually did feel overwhelmed. There are lots of changes happening at work. New job responsibilities, learning new things, which is what I prayed for. And they always say be careful what you wish for, because I got exactly what I wished for and then some. So I'm going to be stretched at work. So it's the stress of that, and then looking at this pre-op checklist of all the things that you need to get done prior to surgery. And I thought, there's just no way. But a shout out to the Sleeve Singer. She and I had a conversation this weekend of talking about wishing that you had done this earlier, which was the July support group meeting. What changes would you have done, and what would you have done differently? And the one thing that I realized is that through my profession as well as life, I've learned how to speak to people, and I have learned how to coordinate multiple things at one time. So while initially my knee-jerk reaction was, oh my gosh, this is way too much for me to handle, it isn't. I really can do it. It's just that you have to have that emotional reaction at first, and then you go to your analytical side and you start thinking, okay, the first step is this, the next step is that. So got all that taken care of. And again, this has everything from what the tests that my physician will require. It talks about activity and circulation and post-operative care and recognizing complications, what's going to happen on the day of surgery, nutritional information, what do clear liquids mean, why we say you can't have caffeine, why you can't use a straw. There's a sample of a full liquid meal, what your third stage is for us, which is bariatric pureed foods, and sample menus. And I thought the sample menus were a little bit limited, so we're going to do another shout out this morning to my girl Tamala. It's me, Tamala. Just saying, Tamala, we still are waiting for an update video. It's been a little bit, not trying to put you out there or anything, but we're waiting. She did, when she met with her nutritionist, pardon me, her nutritionist gave her sample menu for soft bariatric meal, but for 5 days, for breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and a dinner. And I thought this was a little more detailed, pardon me, than the information that was in the packet that my surgeon had given. This was the sample menu for full liquid. So it's breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. But it also tells you when you should take your vitamins and things like that, because of something about if you can't take the calcium with the iron because it affects the absorption, blah, blah, blah. So when I meet with the nutritionist next month, I want to show her this in comparison to the packet that they had given. And we're going to see what they say. That's what we're going to say. That's what we're going to say. We're going to see what she says. I told you guys I wanted to schedule all my tests in one day. Shout out to Miss Colleen at the Central Scheduling Department at the hospital. She was amazing. Explained my situation to her. We only have one car. We will always only have one car. That's what we can afford. So explained all that to her. Believe it or not, guys, I'm actually going in on August the 21st at 8 o'clock in the morning, at which time I will be scheduled for my abdominal ultrasound, my arterial blood gas, the chest x-ray, as well as the EKG. I will do all of that. So hopefully that'll only take a half day, and I'll be able to go into work for the other the second half of the day, which would be amazing. I wanted to talk to you guys, and I'm sorry I can't do the shout out for the person that this came from because I don't remember. But they talked about keeping a log of everyone you speak to, the date and time, if there's an ID number or a reference number for your call or contact, to get that as well. So I was a little disappointed when I got the packet of information on the 7th, on the 8th, Thursday the 8th, and the nurse at the surgeon's office said that she had not received the blood work information from my PCP. On the 1st, I called the PCP and said, would you please forward this information to the surgeon's office? Oh, no problem, we'll take care of it. Well, in my notes, when that didn't happen, so when I called on the 9th of August to get that information, the person was on vacation, and the person that was filling in for them said, well, we'll take care of it. I said, well, she's like, oh, no, it was done. I said, actually, it wasn't, because I just received this note. So I said all that to say, keep a record of who you speak to, when you speak to them, what the outcome, and have them parrot what you are asking for. That way it is clear what you are asking for. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So that's what I said that for. So that's what I'm doing, and I wish I could remember who I got that idea from, but I honestly don't. Sorry, but it's a really good idea. Products that were hits for me this week, of course, the Atkins bars, which we talked about last time. They were delicious. I was at a Wawa. I don't know if they're all over the country, but on the East Coast, and especially in the state of Pennsylvania, we have Wawa. So I went to get a cup of coffee. On my coffee day, people, I'm at 3 days of coffee. I'm sorry. Yes, 3 mornings of coffee per week for the month of August. And I went to Wawa because I just didn't want what I had here. Got a cup of coffee. And they had the Special K protein bars. All right, I'll try. I'll get 2. They were delicious. So hopefully if my taste buds stay the same, for me that would be a great to-go option. So when I'm walking out on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday and I've got a ton of errands to run, with my water, with my RT ready-to-go meal, I could take one of those Special K protein bars, and that would be all right for me. I enjoyed them. I also enjoyed the Vascos Greek yogurt. They were on sale at my ShopRite last week, and it wound up being the same price for that packet of yogurt as it had been if I bought the big tub. So I just changed it up this week. Now, granted, those have the sugars in them, and they're pre-blended, but they were delicious for me. So if they're ever on sale, they were on sale for 68 cents at my ShopRite, so 70 cents a piece at the ShopRite. If you have one around you and you want to try that, Chobani, try it. It's very good. Misses for me this week, I'd like to give a shout out to Les of Sarah. She hit 1,000 subscribers. So whoop whoop to you. But she was talking about the Quest bars. So I tried the strawberry cheesecake Quest bar. That was a miss for me. I did not enjoy it. I ate half the bar. I gave the other half to Mr. Seeing Less of Me. He thought they were okay. I thought they were a little bit grainy. So per Sarah, I'm going to actually try the cookie dough. And I'll just do a drive-through of wherever, Vitamin Shop or GNC or wherever, Target, whatever, and see if I can find the chocolate cookie dough Quest bar and try that. I also wanted to give a shout out, if you don't know Cindy G from Charlotte, North Carolina, you should check her out. She talked about thredup.com, thredup.com. They take people's clothing and sell them at a fraction of the cost. So if you are looking to get some clothes and don't want to spend a lot of money, you should check them out. I also received they have a link where you can sign up to get a bag to put all of your gently worn clothing and send it to them for someone else to get some benefit out of. I mean, it doesn't make sense to hold on to these clothes if they don't fit you anymore, And if someone else can get some use out of them, I say let them. I'm telling you, there were shirts and sweaters on there that I saw for $7.50, and they were nice, and they go all the way up to a size 5X, which a big girl like me, I'm in a 4X, sometimes a 3X, depending on the cut, but mostly a 4X, and that was exciting to me to know that they also had clothing for the really big girl. So that was awesome. So shout out to Cindy G for that. I also wanted to shout out Doug from Doug Drops the Weight. He had gastric surgery this week on Tuesday. He should be home and ready to upload a video shortly. So we're sending well wishes to him as he's on the loser's bench. And speaking of clothing, I just saw a thing on my local news, WPVI here in Philadelphia. And there's a place called Homespun, which is in the 1500 block of Fairmount Avenue. They work with Project Home, and they take people who need work skills and employ them in this boutique for them to get skills, and then they can move on. But their clothing, I just saw that they had a Boyd's sports jacket for men for $25. You know you're not finding a Boyd's sports coat for $25. They had Anthropology skirts for like $5, $7, $8. Dresses for maybe $10. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, New Jersey area, and you're on this journey and you don't want to spend a lot of money for clothes because you're not going to be in them that long, let's be for real, you're going to transition from one size to another very quickly, you might want to check them out. I also wanted to tell you that, because I don't want Northern Southerner to get on my case about not doing a video, that I'm probably not going to do a video for the next few weeks because I won't really have anything to report. I won't have anything to report until after I get all of those procedures done on August 21st. But what I'd like to encourage us to do over the next couple of weeks is to do one thing better than we did the previous week. Just one. So my goal for the next 2 weeks is to not walk into my director's office and go get candy. I'm telling you, and how I justify it is, oh, they're only the minis. Yes, and the minis have calories too. So, I'm going to make it my business after lunch, or when I hit that mid-afternoon slump, that I am not going to go into my director's office and get candy. No peppermint patties, no mini dark chocolate Reese's, no Heath bars, none of it. And so I would ask you to pick one thing that you didn't do well last week. And over the next few weeks, just work on that one thing. We can all do this if we do one thing at a time. I think I've got a handle on this coffee situation. I'm doing really well with the coffee. And since I've been doing that now for about 4 weeks, I can take on something else because I've got that down. So now my goal for the next 2 weeks, before I see you again, is to work on not doing the candy. And I'm going to report to you when I speak to you again on approximately the 25th. And I'm going to let you know how I made out. So here's to you. One more thing. Thank you to all the subscribers. I'm so excited about that. Every time I get a little email in my account, it says you've got a new subscriber or someone commented. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I hope you learned something from my journey. I've said it a million times. I look forward to speaking with you. Have a good week. I intend to have a good week on purpose. We can all do this together. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye, YouTube family.